Simon & Schuster Australia presents A Better Death, Conversations on the Art of Living and Dying Well, written by Dr. Ranjana Srivastava, narrated by Dr. Ranjana Srivastava and Felicity Jurd. And now, Dr. Ranjana Srivastava, on what she has learned about dying well.
For my patients who teach me. What I've learned about dying well. I entered medical school with stars in my eyes. After all, doesn't everyone? Crossing the threshold of the cavernous lecture theatre for the first time, I dreamt of changing the world. The portraits of eminent clinicians that lined the corridors never seemed to me as distant things to be admired. Rather, they were a living inspiration to earn the privilege of being a doctor. Like so many young doctors, I was uncertain about my future. I met brilliant physicians and skilled surgeons who excelled in one area, but I always wondered whose job it was to embrace the whole of the patient, especially when things went downhill. Many times I saw a laser-like focus on the disease dissipate to nothingness when the treatment failed. This happened especially when people were dying. It was often unintentional, but when a specialist slowly detached from dying patients and their families, at a time when they most needed help to navigate what came next, it was really a form of abandonment. Consequently, the people who inspired me were those who chose to stay with patients to the end, who saw their duty in larger terms. They recognized that the end of treatment did not mean the end of care. They were good doctors, but importantly, they were thoughtful people, and I was moved by what powerful consolation they had to offer. Since the earlier stages of my career, I was struck by how lonely the end of life could be. I met helpless patients and their loved ones who didn't know what to expect at the end of life. I noticed the strain of carers who bickered with each other and fought against their internal conflicts. But I also breathed the calm of patients who had made peace with dying and sensed the quiet determination of relatives joined by common purpose. I admiringly watched social workers deal with practical matters like paying off debts and recording a legacy, and then finding time for existential questions that didn't have straightforward answers, but nonetheless deserved attention. Why me? Why now? I shouldn't have been surprised that one sentiment I repeatedly encountered was how much patients valued the kindness of their doctors.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?